College Basketball Review Studio. I'm Matt Mlodzinski. That is Ariel Puterman. And yeah, we are locked and loaded in March Madness. If you haven't viewed them already, we've got region previews out there on our YouTube at CBB Review. That's College Basketball Review. We go region by region, along with Dan Siegel, who is also on our podcasting crew. And so make sure to check those out. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button as we are looking to make a lot of March Madness content for you for the rest of this March Madness. Best time of the year if you're a college basketball fan. So you want to make sure you are staying tuned to what we are putting out for you. Again, Ariel and myself. And we are going to be going through a draft today. We came up with a couple fun content stuff for you. So we came up with some rules for a March Madness draft. We flipped a coin before. We promise Ariel flipped it, but it did give me the first pick. So it's not me giving myself the first pick. Can you confirm that, Ariel?
I can confirm.
Okay.
We're an ethical group, I promise.
I love it. So we're doing a March Madness draft. Simple rules, 5 players for each of us, 1 head coach. But here's where it gets a little bit tricky. And again, these are probably still going to be super teams when it comes down to it. But you got to pick at least 1 player in each region, and you got to pick at least 1 player or head coach for that matter from a mid-major team. And for these rules, Gonzaga is considered a mid-major. All right. So again, Ariel flipped heads. I got heads. So I'm going with my first pick. And we got graphics that we can show. So I'm going to make this real interesting. I've got my first pick. I'm typing it in. And I'm going with a point guard right off the bat, Ariel. Do you know who I'm going with?
I'm going to guess Acuff.
Ooh. I like it. But I'm going with Braden Smith. So for my first pick, I'm going with Braden Smith. Ariel, I don't know if you're able to type stuff in or not, so you might just have to tell me, or you can add it to the private chat if you want, and I can put it up if we want a drum roll, or you can say it. It's your draft, so tell me how you want the selection.
I'll say it, and then you can type it.
Okay.
I thought there was a very obvious one once. I'm pretty shocked you didn't take this person, but I have to take Cam Boozer. I mean, best player in the country, going to be the player of the year, kind of does it all. Fits that wing position. I think this is the easy 1-1 pick. So the fact I got it 2, I'm stoked right now.
Awesome. So we'll put up again. I have Braden Smith and Ariel, Cameron Boozer. So Braden Smith and Cameron Boozer off the board. I've already gone out of the West, so I don't want to stay in the West, or do I? Guess what, Ariel? I'm staying in the West for my number 2. Do you think you know who I'm going with?
I'm going to guess the first one I just said.
Drum roll, please. Braden Smith and AJ DeBonsa.
All right.
So I'm staying in the West for mine. That means I have to go. I pretty much can't pick another person from the West, but thought process there is pass first point guard that can also get his shot. And imagine AJ DeBonsa with a point guard like Braden Smith and how great that would be. So that's my thought process there. Who do you have for your pick number 2 after picking Cameron Boozer first?
I mean, I said it. I thought he could have gone number 1, but the fact I'm getting him at 4 is it's Acuff out of the West. I mean, a guy who could score with ease. He can facilitate. He can't really defend, but that's what Boozer's for. And the duo of them, I mean, geez, I think I already won this draft. I'm going to be honest here.
So we'll show, again, I have Braden Smith, AJ DeBonsa, Ariel with Darius Acuff Jr., and Cameron Boozer. This is where I look at my list, and I say, what do I want to go with? Because I've got my point guard, I've got my scorer. Do I want to go head coach, or do I think I need another player? I have to go in the Midwest region. I haven't gone in the Midwest region yet. This might be a bit of a surprise to you. Drum roll, please.
All right. What you going with?
Let me save it. I'll put it up. I'm going with Yaxel Lendeborg from Michigan. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think I think there's more talented guys I could have gone with, but I just like that matchup problem. That's a matchup nightmare in my eyes, is Yaxel Lendeborg right there. I think he can play the 5 if I need him to. And especially with DeBonsa there, I feel like that kind of surfaces my big men if I want to go a 3-guard rotation. So Braden Smith, AJ DeBonsa, Yaxel Lendeborg. Ariel, who is your pick number 3?
This probably isn't the best pick to take here, but with the mid-major requirement, I want to take the best player available, and that's Graham Ike from Gonzaga. So he's going to go in at my center. And I got Acuff to kind of lead that pick and roll. I got a really solid front court with Boozer and EK, and I knock out that mid-major requirement, which I think there's a big gap between him and all the other mid-major guys. So glad I could add him to the team.
So we'll look at that right there. Darius Acuff Jr., Cameron Boozer, and Graham EK. This is where I decided to go a little bit interesting. And I'm going to type it in right here. And you're going to be very surprised at what my pick is here. I'm going with my head coach a little bit early, but I want someone who can push this team to the max, someone that can win in March, and that will maybe bring even more of a physicalness to my team. Going with Dan Hurley.
That was my pick.
Hurley is my head coach. Ariel, the floor is yours. I've got 2 more players to pick. You've got 2 players and a coach. Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth with this one because I want to knock out my South player, but I'm also thinking long-term what I want to do. I think I'm going to go – I wish Caleb Wilson was still around because he would have been my pick, but I don't think he qualifies since he's out for the season. I'll go Bennett Sturts here.
Ooh.
I think that he's a guy, along with Acuff, they kind of fit different roles. I don't think he needs the ball in his hands, but he can also facilitate. He's a guy, you can play 40 minutes and a much better defender than Acuff, which I think is important. And he's a little bit taller too, so he brings that size. So I think he's a great addition to the team, and that experience too is going to matter because I have 2 freshmen on the team. So now I got two upperclassmen and 2 freshmen to kind of balance that out.
I love it. I need to go in the South region here. I don't love the mid-major options in the South region. You took Bennett Sturts. I'm going with a freshman, and I've gone back and forth with this one. And there's really 2 guys here who I'd want to go with. But I'm going with the one who already kind of has maybe a little bit of the better coaching, and I feel like would pair very well with Braden Smith. And there it is. Kingston Flemings as my off guard, certainly can play point guard, but I think that I like just the scoring ability, the shot creation that Kingston Flemings has. I don't think it's like necessarily 2 pass first guys because Braden Smith will get his own, Kingston Flemings will get his own, and I just like having ball handling where I'm not going to have to worry about that in March. So obviously right now it's Braden Smith, Kingston Flemings, AJ DeBonsa, Yaxel Lendeborg. I still need a mid-major player. You've got your mid-major player done. You still need a head coach and another player in general. If I need to look at yours, by the way, you knocked out the West with EK. In the Midwest, do you have someone from the Midwest?
My Midwest is EK. Or sorry, it's who was it? Did I not take someone from the Midwest?
I'm not sure if you have yet.
I think I did.
You took Boozer from the East, so you've got West and East, and you took Bennett Sturts from the South.
And then Acuff, I guess, is also the West, so I do need a Midwest player.
So you do need Midwest player or coach.
I'm going to go coach here, and it's not going to be a Midwest coach. It's going to be a Hall of Famer, a 2-time national champion, the coach of the team that had the coach that invented basketball. It's going to be Bill Self.
How did I know you were going to do that?
He's going to man this team. He knows what it takes to get done in March. He knows what it takes with experienced guards. We've seen like the Frank Masons, the Devontae Grahams. I think he fits in perfectly here, and he's going to lead this team to a championship. The only other coach besides Dan Hurley with those multiple championships that's active. That's
a very good pick. I like the pick a lot. I've got some interesting picks I could go with here. I really do. I'm going to hope that this doesn't bite me. Come back to get me here. I need to pick a mid-major guy. This is my last pick. And I'm going with Robbie Avila. And I feel like you're shaking your head. You kind of knew that was coming.
No, yeah. I think he was the clear second best option after EK. So
yeah, and here's my thought process as I put this draft together. I got the star that can kind of take over the games in AJ DeBonsa. I think he certainly plays not like a freshman. And Kingston Flemings, you can say that right there. But I've got the guys, the senior guys in Braden Smith and Yaxel Lendeborg and Robbie Avila, and then a coach like Dan Hurley that hopefully pushes this team and makes them tough. So this is my team. You've got one more player to pick. You've got Darius Acuff, Bennett Sturts, Cam Boozer, Graham Ike, and Bill Self. So you could really go anywhere here. So I'm interested to see what you pick.
Yeah, I think I already have a lot of players that can succeed with the ball in their hands. I think they can without the ball in their hands, but maybe they need it a little more. And I want to take someone who doesn't necessarily need that, a guy who can catch and shoot and make threes at a high level. And that's going to be Milan Momcilovic from Iowa State. Do I think he's the best player in that region that's available? Probably not, but I think for this team he fits perfectly just because he's another option on the wing. He has good size, and I think that he matches well with this team. And he'll be open too, and he can make the big shots along with all these other guys. But he just provides that size, which I think is going to be important.
Awesome. So here we got it. Ariel's March Madness team: Darius Acuff Jr., Bennett Sturts, Milan Momcilovic, Cam Boozer, Graham Ike with Bill Self as the head coach. And then you got mine: Braden Smith, Kingston Flemings, AJ DeBonsa, Yaxel Lendeborg, Robbie Avila, and Dan Hurley as the head coach. Both going with two-time national champions on the sidelines there. So I really like the thought process there. And again, all of you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, head to our social medias. We'll have a graphic out there where you guys can just compare these and say who did a better draft. So, Ariel, that was fun. Our first ever March Madness draft with these rules. Let's go on to one more thing we want to do here on this podcast. We're having a lot of fun this March Madness. Look, last year, all 4 1 seeds made the Final Four. Only the second time that's happened. And it could happen again. But we wanted to challenge ourselves here. And we figured, okay, what better way than come up with a number and say, hey, let's say some Cinderellas happen. Let's say some upsets happen. How can we create a Final Four where the seeds equal 15? So I'm going to type this out so people can follow along. Ariel's Final Four seeds must equal 15. And if you want to go right ahead and get us started, who do you got?
And I just want to preface, the goal is to make the best possible Final Four. So you're not like, oh, I'm going to take like a 12 seed and then 3 1s, just because that's not realistic. And that 12 seed is going to really bring you down. So it has to be realistic and one that can be really competitive. So I think to start, I'm going to go 7 with UCLA. It's a tough region, but we've seen Mick Cronin do it before as a low-ranked seed. Donovan Dent, if he's healthy, and Bilodeau, if he's healthy, I think they can get there. I think a lot of people are already picking them to upset UConn, and then Michigan State just in the last couple years, like they haven't been a Final Four caliber team, and I don't think this team is that caliber team. And maybe it is, but UCLA can definitely beat them. So I'm cutting out half of the 15 there. I'm going to go for Arkansas. We just saw what they did in the ACC or in the SEC tournament. They got Acuff, Coach Cal. That gets me to 11. So that leaves me 4 left for these 2 picks here. And I'm actually going to go with Michigan as my 1.
Oh, okay.
I think that they have great size, obviously, a great coach in Dusty May, a team that really dominated all of the season. And I'm not letting this late slip really get to my head. I think that they're still one of the best, if not the best team in the country. So that leaves me 3 left, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to go to Illinois, a team that I actually have in my Final Four, a team that can shoot the lights out, has really a ton of options on offense, the number 2 offense in the country, per Ken Palm and Bart Torvik. I think that I think this is a really realistic Final Four, and 2, I think this is an awesome Final Four. You got 2 Big Ten teams that are really great. You got a UCLA team with a lot of star players, and then Arkansas with maybe the biggest star in college basketball right now. So this is my 15. Let me know what you have, Matt.
Yeah, so I'm typing mine out right now, and I'll reveal it all at once. I want to talk about yours for a little bit. I actually like those picks at all. Like a healthy UCLA team proved that they could definitely go on a run. It feels like a region where obviously a lot of the teams at the top are the teams to beat. They could potentially beat UConn, and then they've got a rematch with the Michigan State team. We know that UCLA can obviously beat them. They just did in the Big Ten tournament. I love the Arkansas pick. Darius Acuff Jr. could get hot and bring this Arkansas team to the Final Four. Michigan has been like, it's tough to leave a 1 seed out, even in this exercise. We got to be realistic, and you got to have at least a 1 seed there. There's no way that all 4 1 seeds get eliminated this year. I'm just going to be real with that. And then obviously I love the Illinois pick as well. I'm looking through mine right now. It's tough. This is a tough exercise.
It is.
15 is a really good number because it's odd. So you got to have like an even and an odd team in there. So you got to have some like very interesting seeds mismatched here. Um, I'm going through mine, and we're actually going to have a repeat, believe it or not. I don't think that's against the rules. And
I'll let it slide.
it's going to include a team that like I was very high on. So I'll reveal it right now. This is what I went with. I have St. John's in my actual Final Four. I have Arizona in my actual Final Four. So that's 6 right there. I've got Tennessee and I've got Illinois. I feel the same way with Illinois for this. I mean, like it just seems like a team at a 3 seed with a lot of value. I think they could get beat early on. I also think that if they get hot, they can beat a lot of teams in the country. Tennessee is a team where we've talked about that part of that region up there in the what is that in the West. It just in the Midwest. I'm sorry. It is just not a great region. Like I feel like Tennessee against Virginia. It's funny. I have Tennessee losing in the round of 64, and I mentioned this on the podcast the other day. If I like how SMU or Miami, Ohio plays in the first 4, because you got to kind of take a first 4 team. It always happens. If I don't like it, I think Tennessee wins that game, and I think they get past Virginia. And I really like their chances to go even further. And yeah, I mean, again, Arizona got to have a 1 seed in there. They've been playing hot. They've been playing like the number 1 team all season. And St. John's as well. Again, one of my Final 4 picks. So, Ariel, fun exercise with you there. I'll just reread it again if people want to vote on these. UCLA, Arkansas, Michigan, Illinois, or St. John's, Tennessee, Arizona, Illinois. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on our social media. We would love to hear it. But for Ariel Puterman, I'm Matt Mlodzinski. Again, thanks for watching and listening all March Madness, all season with us here on College Basketball Review Studio, and we will talk to you next time.